Well, hello! Welcome back to my channel. Joshana here to talk about some friggin' books. I apologize if this looks stupid. I didn't want to wear the necklace because I'm like, that's doing too much. But this shirt, like I didn't really have anywhere else to put the frickin' mic. So I was like, whatever, I'll just hang the mic off the fucking necklace and that'll work. I couldn't very well put it like up here and have it literally be in my throat. Anyway, today I am going to kind of do a little follow-up from the video I recently did of reading one-star reviews of some of my faves. And today I'm going to be reading some 5-star reviews of some of my least faves. Just to really get that feeling of, did we read the same effing book that we all know and love? The first book that I'm going to read some 5-star reviews of, a book I DNF'd, but still rated, I think, yes I did, on Storygraph, which I use. I'm looking on Goodreads, though, for these reviews, but yeah. I DNF'd it at like 60 or 70% or some shit like that, or maybe even 80%. I don't know. I read most of this very long book and just couldn't anymore, and so I gave it, I believe, 1 star. Hated it. Miserable experience. I really liked the first book in the series. It was just like good fun. The second book, one character, the main character, drove me up a wall for 3/4 of the book, but then the last part I was like, okay, and there were other characters that I liked, and so I was like, whatever. That character stopped being annoying. I was like, all right, book 3, let's go. And then I don't know what happened, but the book in question is Crown of Gilded Bones by Jennifer L. Armentrout, book 3 of the Blood and Ash series. It has an average star rating, oh man, of 4.25. And this is what I'm saying, like, people like books that I hate books that people like, whether it be like my good friends or just random people or people who comment on my videos. And like, that's just the way it is, right? We all have our subjective opinions and perspectives, things we like, things that don't work for us, little things that stick in our craw that we're just like, that's so stupid and annoying and I can't stop focusing on it, and other people will read the same book and not even notice that. And I think that's part of the fun of being part of the booktube community, is like seeing all of these very differing opinions and that feeling, like I said, of, did we read the same book? Like, what? It's all in good fun, though, as always, of course. If you loved this book, I'm so happy for you. That's the dream. That is the dream. I don't go into books wanting to hate them, you know? Sometimes I might go into one being like, we'll see. But, like, I'm never wanting to hate a book. And so when I do, it's a disappointment. And I'm so happy for all the people that had a different reading experience. But 4.25? I'm just like, what? Oh, man. Okay, 52% are 5 stars. Oh, my God, I can't. Okay, let's go. So, okay, if you recognize your review that I'm reading, you know, no shade. I'm not trying to fight you or argue with you. I just didn't have the same experience. This one says, plot heavy plus romance heavy plus smut heavy equals top tier. I finished this last night and fuck me, I'm still reeling from everything that happened. I just have one question. How the hell do I go on with my life now? Honestly, it came for the romance and romance only with a side of plot, and I was not disappointed. Usually by the 3rd or 4th book in a series, the romance is the main thing for me, when I'm so in love with a ship and adore them with all my heart, everything else is just background noise. And yeah, I mean, I didn't get any of that from this book. The couple was so annoying. This is similar to House of Sky and Breath, which is the next one I'm gonna do, but where like they just annoyed the shit out of me. It was like 2 grown-ups, not teenagers, not like 14-year-olds, like pubescent, horny teens. They were grown people who could not be in a room together without being like, oh, God, I just want to bang. Let's just fuck. Oh, my God. And, like, these two made so many dumbass little sexual innuendo. They couldn't talk to each other without turning the conversation into sexual innuendo. There was a scene with a fucking casserole, and the conversation about the casserole was the dumbest conversation. Like, the whole point of the scene was literally to show that the main character didn't know what a casserole was, and everyone else was like, what? A casserole? And then the love interest had to be like, I could show you a meat casserole. You like meat, don't you? And she's like, oh my God. And that was the scene. That was it. There was no point. There was no point. Like, again, same thing I said with House of Sky and Breath. It has already been established to me by this point in this series that these two pine for each other. They love each other. They're passionate about each other. They just want to bang all the time. They have great sexual chemistry and they just can't keep their paws off each other. I get it. I don't need every goddamn conversation they have with each other to be like, ooh, yeah, you want me to throw you a bone, bitch? Like, stop. Oh my God. So, yeah. I don't understand. The Crown of Gilded Bones is action-packed. Oh my God. There's so many repetitive conversations. Half of this book could have been cut out and the plot would have been the same. There were so many repetitive conversations. Just characters in the same fucking thing. And like each conversation, you would just learn like one new tiny little tidbit about the situation. And then they'd have another conversation about the same situation later, but like, ooh, one more tiny little tidbit about it to put the mystery together. Just insufferable. Insufferable. I can't. Anyway, this one's very long. I'm not going to read the whole thing. This is also very interesting to me how people, like, everyone's rating system is different. You know what I mean? Because, like, I'll see people sometimes be like, oh, I hated this whole element of the book. Like, straight up hated it. Like, this one character could not stand them and they were the main character, or I hated the romance, or whatever the case may be, or I felt like the plot didn't make any sense, whatever, but then they'll still give 5 stars. And I'm over here like, what? But I'm historically quite stingy with 5 stars. I've been better in the last year and a half. But yeah, so like when I see people have like kind of what I would consider really big complaints and they still give it 5 stars. This one, I love Kieran. I love Kieran. Give me more of him, please. Poppy Cast Supremacy. Kieran I did like, but not Poppy Cast. Oh my God. And then a lot of info dumping. And then repetitive sometimes. And then predictable ending. Am I still upset? Yes, I am sangry. How do I recover? Please help. Send help. I'm just like, to me, info dumping, very repetitive, and predictable ending, I would not be able to give that book 5. Like, I could still maybe give it 4.5 if I, like, loved everything else. But it's, like I said, it's just so interesting to me. Like, everyone's different rating systems and what will make someone give a lower rating or not, you know? Like I said, I'm just typically more stingy with them, so let's find another one. There's quite a few that are giving ratings prior to reading the book, which I don't love, but whatever. This one's talking about the ending, so I can't really comment on that because I didn't make it. But part of their review, I also loved the softer Castile and Poppy moments. No. We learned so much more about the world of Atlantia and Solis. So much. Yeah, in like tedious, slow as molasses, repetitive conversations. As always, Poppy and Cass are just adorable together. They're insufferable. Oh, God. I'm just laughing at how very different. It's so funny to me. Oh, my God. Okay. I've got to move on because I can just keep... It's a lot of that, though. It's a lot of people just being like, my life has drastically changed now. Oh, my God. And I just love Poppy and Castile. They're amazing. So, clearly, I do not feel the same. Okay, I was going to do House of Sky and Breath, but, like, honestly, I'm still mad about that book, and I kind of don't want to go look at 5-star reviews of it. Like, I don't want to. I'm tired. I'm fucking tired of that goddamn book. So, I'm going to just not do House of Sky and Breath. But anyway, I'm going to skip to Dead Ever After, which is the Sookie Stackhouse final book 13. So, a couple years ago, put in the cards or something my Why Sookie is the Worst two videos that I did, because I had so much to say and I had so many fucking receipts of quotes from the whole series, because I reread the first, I think I had read the first like 9 or 10 or something like that years and years ago, and then I just didn't like keep up with the series. So I reread those ones and then read the final couple books. Maybe it was just the final book. I don't know. I don't remember. But at any rate, so like the final book for sure, I've only read the one time. And by the time I got to the end, I just wanted to be free. Those books are really quick to read and easy to read. And because I had like that project where I was tabbing and like finding all this evidence, like that was giving me motivation to continue. Just in case anyone's like, Deshauna, you're an avid DNFer. Why did you keep going? That's why. They're quick, easy reads, and I was just kind of like motivated to like find more bullshit. But yeah, this one does not have such a high rating, which makes fucking sense. 3.49 average rating with 82,000 ratings. So I kind of wondered if this was going to be the case. This 5-star review starts off with, Sookie Stackhouse has been a fictional friend for 14 years now, and it is with great sadness that this was the conclusion of this series. I realize it is time, but still, Charlaine Harris leaves me wanting more. That's kind of what I was thinking. Like, 5-star reviews for this book have to be largely rooted in nostalgia. Let me say that I don't understand all the controversy over this book. Mrs. Harris provided another fabulously written, debatable, action-packed adventure. I mean, I guess. By including all the characters we've come to love and enjoy from previous adventures, she gave us the closure to all their stories as well. Maybe it wasn't the closure you wanted, but it truly was fitting. I don't believe so. At all. Oh my god, that's the one thing I remember about this, is the ending as far as who Sookie ends up with. Hate it. Fucking hate it. Oh my good god. Yeah, okay. So first off, I'm seeing a boatload of complaints about the ending. Personally, I think if you didn't see this ending coming, you weren't paying attention. And then, spoiler here for the ending of the Sookie Stackhouse series, so hop away for, I'll put a timestamp, whatever. Hop away for probably at least like a minute. Spoilers for the ending of the Sookie Stackhouse series. Says you weren't paying attention. Sam, because that's who she fucking ends up with, has been her friend and almost lover throughout the series. Yeah, okay, the problem that I have, and I'm sure a lot of people have, with the ending, with her ending up with Sam, it isn't that I didn't, like, what? Sam as a romantic option? No, yeah, throughout the whole series, he is constantly trying to get at her. She thinks about getting with him, but then is always like, he's my boss, though. No, I can't. But, like, my problem with it is I don't think, I mean, Sookie sucks. She's kind of the fucking worst. But Sam, to me, read in the books, kind of in the show, too, but, like, definitely in the books, very, like, #nice guy who deserves to get the girl because he's her friend. And if she friend zones him, like, how dare she? Because I've been here for her all along. And, like, felt like this ownership over her. And I fucking hated it. He was like that from the get-go with Sookie. So that's why I didn't like that she ended up with him. Because it just, that whole message of, like, the girl should be with the guy that's nice to her and is her friend. Yeah, she has feelings for him, but if she doesn't, like, don't fucking force this shit. And yeah, and even though she, like, talked about, like, thinking of him that way sometimes, I just never read their interactions as having any real chemistry. So that's why. It wasn't that I wasn't paying attention. I was like, Sam is the romantic option? I have no idea. I just fucking hated it. I didn't think he deserved to get that ending, I guess. I didn't think he deserved to get the girl, even though the girl fucking sucks and they kind of deserve each other, whatever. But yeah, like, that's the issue. Yeah, it's just a lot more of, so happy for Sookie because she gets her happy ending and I think it's perfect for her. I'm just like, nah, fam. And then, yeah, Sookie will be missed. I'm a bit nostalgic right now. I mean, I get it, but does that mean it was actually well written? 'Cause no. Oh, God. Okay, no. Yeah. Here, okay, one more. be someone who's like, I feel like I need to defend this after my reread of the series. I reread it, the whole series. I noticed this last book has lots of bad reviews because Sookie didn't end up with who most people hoped she would. I feel like a lot of that comes from the TV show True Blood. I do not believe so, because even in the fucking book series, again, spoilers for who Sookie ends up with, if you care, if you're trying to read that series and you don't want to know who she ends up with. But definitely in the TV show, I get it. Like, that's who we all wanted her to be with. But even in the book series, as I was reading it, she has the most actual chemistry with Eric. With Eric Northman. That is who she has the most chemistry with. And honestly, I mean, he's like the brooding, overprotective alpha male vampire type, right? And like, yeah, he's like kind of a bad boy, does bad things, morally gray, whatever. But I just felt like he understood her the most out of anyone, and he allowed her the most freedom to be herself and to be independent, whereas all these other dudes just wanted to like kind of control her and like coddle her too much. I don't know. Even in the book series, when I reread it, I was like, yeah, Eric, hello? Makes sense. This should be with Eric. Okay, I was gonna do Under the Whispering Door as the last one, but even though I rated that like 2.5 and I didn't love it, it's like I don't have that much to say about it. I just thought like the whole conversation that was happening just wasn't one that resonated with me, and I felt like it was a little repetitive a lot of the time, and I just didn't love the execution of it all, I guess. So I don't have that much to say about it. So I'm gonna check out another one that I read last year that oh man, it was short, so I finished it. I wanted to DNF though. And that is Interview with the Vampire. I gave it a 2.25. Honestly, probably could be lower, but let's see. I thoroughly enjoyed this from beginning to end. This was pure gothic vampire horror, but presented in a way the characters all had human emotions and interpersonal problems. Yeah, that was my biggest issue, honestly, with this book, was the fucking constant internal monologuing, navel-gazing, just, oh my god, we get it. You're thinking a lot about the philosophy of what it means to be a vampire, and thereby what it means to be human. Blah, 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 droning on and on and on, and just philosophizing at every turn about every situation, every movement that's made. We need to think about it for about a chapter and a half and what this means, and oh my god. Not the type of thing I enjoy reading at all. And like, yeah, they say it contained the elements of a good vampire / horror story, dark and gothic. Yeah, for sure. I just thought it was boring as shit. Louis was a well-crafted character who was deep and reflective. Yeah. Too much. And then the fucking child vampire, the like pedophilia vibes. I get it's a vampire, it's not real. And I get that, like, yes, mentally and emotionally she was an adult. Like, she had developed mentally and emotionally to an adult because of time. But she still looked, in the book, I'm pretty sure I remember it being like a 6-year-old child that they are sexualizing, because the way she talks and everything is just, ooh, she's really older, and like she talks like she's older, but she has this innocent little face. I'm like, yeah, like a literal child face. What the fuck? It gave me all the ick. It skeeved me out. And I said when I reviewed it, if someone read the book and enjoyed it and interpreted that in a different way, or saw the undertones of the conversations, whatever the hell, and they enjoyed that, I don't know, complex dynamic, great, that's wonderful. I don't think you're like a horrible person or anything. I just personally didn't like reading it. I was just like, this is giving me pedophilia vibes. I'm not a fan. Rice's characters are among the most compelling ever created in fiction. Louis with his constant moral conflicts and philosophical musings. Lestat with his naughty bad boy blood-sucking attitude and sarcasm. And yeah, like, again, I'm not saying that it's not compelling to some people, the way Louis was. But yeah, he was constantly in moral conflict and constantly musing and just waxing poetic about what does this mean? I need to do these things. Like, dude, at some point, fucking accept it. You're a goddamn vampire. Get over it. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Oh my god, like, process this shit faster for me, sir. Okay, it's just such a personal thing. It's just such a personal thing that I don't love reading characters who are doing this shit for a whole book or like half a book. Like, oh my god, I just cannot. Okay, that's, most of them are just being all like, oh my god, the tone, the atmosphere, blah, 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 which again, lovely, so happy for these people that they really enjoyed it. That's the dream, like I said. Just wasn't for me though, for all those reasons. So there we go, reading some 5-star reviews of books I did not like. Let me know in the comments down below, what is a book that you straight up hated and you see a lot of people talk positively about and you just feel like we read a different book. I don't understand how you liked this. Let me know down below. As always, thank you so much for your time. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.